Hey guys, it's Snipezy. Welcome to the channel. We are going to be doing something very special with Phasmophobia, and we are going to be attempting the bronze, silver and gold apocalypse achievements, and we're also going to try and get the trophies by doing that, which is awesome. So this is not going to be a amazing guide of how to get the achievements or the trophies, so just follow along with this video, kind of like as something for entertainment, but yeah, don't take everything as like concrete, because there are some things that I'm still trying to get the hang of with Phasmophobia. I'm not the best player, but I know enough to get by, and I'm going to be using some resources to help me out, such as the unofficial cheat sheet for Phasmophobia. It's fantastic, and I'll probably use some of the info from the Phasmophobia Wikipedia as well, just to refresh my brain on certain information, since there's a lot of ghosts to determine whilst we're doing this achievement, and it's quite difficult, especially when we get to the gold achievement, the gold trophy. So we're gonna try our best and attempt it the best we can. So I'm going to show off the difficulty in just a moment, but here is the stuff that I'll be taking with me. I have nearly all of the tier 3 equipment, but you don't need everything to be tier 3. You can do this with stuff that's tier 2 or even tier 1 for certain things, so you know, take it with a pinch of salt. And I think there's going to be one thing that I'm going to change, and that's probably going to be the smudge stick, if I can find it, because I can't see it on the screen right now. Oh, didn't they change it to like something else? I think they reworded it, didn't they? I remember about that. Ah yeah, so we got the instance, which is tier 1, tier 2, and then you have tier 3, and then tier 3 stops them in place, whereas this one slows them down. So there are a few tier 3 stuff that I'm missing, as you can see, like the headgear, crucifix, but we should be fine. I'm thinking maybe we would be okay with tier 2. I have tried it out before. I've done this attempt once with the bronze, but we'll just give it a try. It should be okay. The only thing I'm concerned about with that, with the smudge stick, is that it causes the ghost to slow down, so I don't know. It could be handy, but yeah. Here is the difficulty, the most important, and these are what I'm going to be working with like the stats and whatnot. So that's for the player, and then this is for the ghost. And I followed quite a lot of these settings from a guide that I saw online on YouTube, and like I said before, this is not going to be an amazing guide, but just to show off as an example what I'm going to be working with. And as well, go ahead and check out on YouTube several guides on how to get this to actually work, you know, what suits you, what helps you out the most. And heavy rain, I may actually change that to something like light rain if I do this. I mean, I might not need the sanity restoration, but we'll just set it to that for now, and that's perfect at 6, which is why I settled for this achievement. But yeah, that's like an example of something that you can change, because the heavy rain, it does cause thunder and stuff like that, so you know, just gotta keep your wits about you. And for me personally, even though this is going to be evidence 1, I prefer having the activity monitor off, so that I can just get the requirement for bronze apocalypse, because I don't really use the activity monitor much, and I know that you can use it to help you figure out if it is EMF 5, but because we've only got one evidence, I'm gonna just, you know, ignore it for now and not rely on it. And on my first attempt, I did actually have a ghost that was EMF 5, but I mean, I have a feeling it's not going to be the same again. I mean, if it is, then that's just bad luck. Because, like I said before, I have attempted this. I've done one try of this, and I was pretty unsuccessful because I had a shade, and I was struggling to try and get a good photo of the ghost. Everything else was done. I figured out what it was, but the ghost photo was super difficult. So I tried several times, but hey ho, that's the aim of the game. But yeah, what we have to do for the Bronze Apocalypse, if you're even wondering, how does this work? How do you get it? What's special about it? Well, if we go over here, Bronze Apocalypse Challenge. So the apocalypse has begun. Show how skilled you really are. And we have to do this on single player in Sunny Meadows Mental Institute. In single player mode during one contract to complete all of the following with a reward multiplier of 6 or higher and survive. So we got identify the ghost correctly and complete all optional objectives. So that's things like smudge the area where the ghost is, or get a EMF reading or motion sensor, those kind of objectives, and then take a photo of the ghost. We need all of those. All three of those are the requirements to get the Bronze Apocalypse trophy. And we get the achievement of course because we're playing on Steam. And you can also get it on console as well. And then it's the exact same for Silver Apocalypse, but it's a 10 times multiplier for the difficulty, so of course it's going to be a lot more difficult. And then the most challenging one is the Gold Apocalypse, which is 15 times multiplier. So that's going to be very tricky when we get to that, and I'm going to be checking out a guide to help me because it's going to be super difficult. But yeah, that's everything that we just had to get out of the way to introduce the video on how it works with the Apocalypse Challenge, because we're going to be doing all three of them. So bronze, silver, gold, and you can get all achievements if you want to just go straight for gold and then get all three of the trophies. You can do that because you're basically making the requirements anyways, just at a higher difficulty. But I'm going to do this methodically for the purpose of the video, and I thought it'd be fun to try it out. So yeah, let's go ahead and start this off. And I'm going to re-roll for good objectives, so this could take a while. And I'm going to settle on difficult, not on difficulty. I'm going to settle on objectives that I'm happy with to see if we can identify the ghost. So let's get this started. Okay, so I think I've got some good objectives here. So we have capture a photo of the ghost, which we have to do anyways. Blow out a firelight, that'll be handy. And then detect a ghost presence with a motion sensor, so I think we can do those easily. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a thermometer, EMF, and parabolic microphone, and then I'm going to equip this so that I have some light and that I can keep hold of these so we can try and find where the ghost is. So that's pretty much everything, and then of course we'll come back to the van if we need to. So yeah, hopefully the ghost won't be too far away. And where is the fuse box? It's normally downstairs. Oh, it's different. It's in the courtyard? Oh, okay, that's different. I can go ahead and confirm that. Alright, let's go. But it starts off on, so we don't have to worry about it at the minute. And then the thunder is going to be happening. So we're just looking for those temperature drops. Okay, I thought I saw a bit of dust, but it's alright. Stairway. Okay, so we'll need to use the church if we need to for a hiding spot. Because there's a really good hiding spot. Ah, that's the hallway. Okay, we'll come back to that. There's a really good hiding spot in the chapel area. Oh! I think we found our ghost. That was pretty lucky. Is it downstairs or? Hold on. Yeah, it could be downstairs. Unless it's in the kitchen area. There we go. The ghost is here. I can't figure out where it is. Is it in here? Or is it in that room? This is quite... Yeah, so it's in here. Okay. Right. Oh, look at those dirty sinks. Okay. So that was pretty quick. And there we go, that's one of our objectives done already, where we got the EMF reader. Okay. And it would have been great if we had the other objective, which was the parabolic. But I mean, that's not too bad. Oh, I probably should have grabbed a lighter, because I always do that. Having a lighter is just handy to have for keeping your sanity up so that it doesn't drop. Did I pass that door? Yeah. There we go. Just so we can have some light. So the ghost was like in the room over there. It's not too far where I had my first attempt, because this is my second one. Then we can hide in the church if we need to. And it's not too far from the van, from the front entrance, which is good. Gives us a chance to run away if we need to. Oh, what am I saying? I was thinking of something else here. Okay. Alright, so let's grab a crucifix. And then let's put a camera in there. I think that would be a good idea. See what the ghost does. And then, like I said before, grab a laser. Sanity's looking good. And then I will bring a firelight afterwards. Oh, also there's a light that we can turn on over here. There we go. And then this one. And having the lights on will just help. If we need to like get a picture of the ghost. I don't think there's a light switch over here because the ghost is like, the light over there is broken, probably by a ghost. Although it is close by, it's a little bit awkward just to get over here. Wait a minute, why is that door closed? Ooh, okay. Honestly, I know it's an early thing, an early call, but it could be a no-no. And then we'll put the crucifix kind of like in the middle. Okay. Okay, so that's everything. Turn the light off so that we can have a look at what happens in there if there's any ghost orbs. I mean, I know it's a bit early, but I don't know, I just think I'm pretty sure the other ghosts can't do that, where the door's just like fully shut like that. And I don't remember closing it. But if I need to, I will look back at the footage just to double check that I did leave it open. So, What should we get now? Firelight would be one of them. And we've already got the motion sensor. Definitely in there. And as we can see, it's over there. Wonderful. I'd say let's bring a photo camera in case it decides to show itself. Firelight. Okay. Can't see anything at the moment. And the ghost does have a chance to change rooms. So it may potentially change rooms into the kitchen area. So let me have a look. Yuri, what evidence do we require for you? Ghost orb freezing dots. If it is that one. I know it's a bit early, but... I'm just guessing. Let's bring dots with us. See how this goes. And now we can use the firelight for light. And helps keep sanity up as well. And the firelight could be handy for taking pictures as well of the ghost. I'm hoping that it'll do a ghost event, because when I tried doing it with the shade, it did not show itself at all, not until it actually hunted. So that really threw a wrench into my plans, because I had to get it to hunt. Okay, still the same. Put that there. I may need the motion sensor for something. Okay. Ah, there we go. Freezing. Got it. So we can turn that off. Okay, great. So, freezing temperatures. Yeah. So it could very well be a Yuri then. So for the other objective, you just need to get it to blow out the firelight. And I think I'm going to bring another firelight as well. I think the ghost activity will be higher. If it decides to do anything. So freezing temperatures. And we're treating this similar to insanity because we have one evidence. So you, unless it did a ghost event, that's the only thing I can think of with like the door was closed, so it could either be a Yuri or it did a ghost event. But I don't remember hearing anything. Definitely in here. Ah, there we go. And I can do an Obake test whilst I'm here as well. Because an Obake... Oh, we don't have... Okay, whatever. I was going to say... So, Obake does not have freezing temperatures. But a way to tell if it is an Obake is that if you get the ghost to blow out a firelight 3 times, it will immediately enter a hunt because it's its special ability, and as well as that, firelights act like a crucifix with an Obake. The only unique ghost to do that, which is pretty cool. I swear, if I'm dealing with another shade, I'm gonna be so annoyed. But I don't think shades blow out firelights in the same room as you. I think because I noticed this when I was doing this against the shade. Will not blow out candles, firelights whilst tenting as well. Will not do events in the same room as the player, but can start an event outside of the room and teleport to the player. Will not hunt in the same room as the player. The mate, I don't know. I don't remember it blowing a firelight out. So I don't know. Yeah, let's go get more stuff, I think. Oh, the ghost has wandered over here. Okay. Changed rooms already. Did I see a ghost orb, or was that the light? That was just light. Yeah, because this is still lit. So I brought another firelight here. And a crucifix. Okay, so this is its favourite room now. Okay. What up there? Oh. The fuse went. Okay. Okay. We're gonna have to turn that on. So, let me put this here for now. Oh, hold on. Not very happy, are they? Right, let's find that fuse box. Hold up. Just wanted to check it wasn't like a Yuri ability or something. So according to the map, the fuse box is outside here. There we go. Move this a bit more over there. There you go. Now we just wait for the ghost to show itself or do something. That had to be a Yuri ability. My suspicions were correct. Because it did the double door touch as well, I could hear it. And the delayed door shut. That is crazy. Move this a bit closer to the... Okay. Right, let's head back to the van so I can check my sanity. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I should bring some salt for safety. So the ghost's gonna down whilst to get a picture of it somehow. That could be a good idea. And I'll take some sanity. Just so we can check for the ghost a bit longer. Right, let's go. Okay, we've got salt down for safety. Hopefully the ghost will show itself. Oh no, it stepped in the salt already. I thought about that. Oh! Dang it! Interaction. Okay. Man, that was fast. She was right behind me, creepy woman. Oh. Oh, hunting, hunting. Oh. I got it, I got it. Run, 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 run. I got it. And a freeze-star picture as well. Oh, the panic I felt then. I think I got it. Come on. Run, run, run. Okay, she's still hunting. There we go. Oh, that was close. Yeah, I was worried about that because it was such a loud room that she could just hunt anywhere that was outside the circumference of this crucifixes. But I'm absolutely certain that is a Yuri because of its ability where it like fully closed that door and it had the delay sound effect, and you can sometimes hear like a double door touch when that happens right before, and then you see the door like slam. So I think we've done it. And we got all the objectives done. And a ghost photo. Let's see if we're successful.
Welcome
Got
back.
it.
I've prepared some jobs for you.
Yay, claps. Okay. See how much money we get. And that'll help me out towards leveling up as well. Because I still need to get tier 3 stuff. There we go. Headgear. That could be very helpful. Alright. I'm gonna buy that straight away. And I'll probably use this for the actual other stuff as well to help me out. In case I have like a mimic or something. And also, just to clarify, I did check for a mimic. In case it was mimicking a Yuri, because that was a potential option. But there were no ghost orbs in the rooms that I saw, so I was like, yeah, I think it's safe to say it's not a mimic. So just be careful of that, because you can sometimes have that problem where you know, you come across a mimic and it mimics another ghost ability, so gotta be careful. But yeah, that's bronze then. Now we just gotta move on to silver, so let's try that out. Also, before we do this, I totally forgot to show off the trophy in the actual case. So there it is. The bronze apocalypse trophy. 1 down, 2 more to go. 1 free. So this is the custom difficulty that I did in my spare time. So we're dead on 10 for the multiplier, which is what we need to do the Silver Apocalypse challenge. So starting sanity is going to be 0, so we're going to be relying on focusing on the actual hunt itself to figure out what the ghost is. And there is a way that you can do this with 1 evidence. However, the only problem with that is with the default preset of the Silver Apocalypse of the game is that the ghost speed is 150, but I'm not very good at analysing ghost speeds that are above the average speed, so I just kept the ghost speed at normal, and as well, it's a bit more safer to have it at 100%, you know, at 100 normal. And then play speed is 100, but I have turned off sprinting, so we won't be able to run away that well, but we'll see how we manage. And then for the ghost, we have medium frequency roaming, changing favorite room low, activity low, and then frequency low, and then grace period 2, hunt duration low. And then contract, we have heavy rain, doors starting open, number of hiding spaces none, sanity monitor on, and activity monitor off, and then fuse box on, and visible map on. So that'll be helpful so that I can like turn on the lights if I need to, and I can try and figure out one of the ghosts in case it's something like a djinn, if it relies on, you know, having to turn off and turn on the gen. I could try that if I am desperate trying to figure out what the ghost is, but we shall see how we do. And for the headgear we have the new one, don't we? We have that set. Yeah, it looks like it. And go back over here. I think I'm happy with everything that's there. It'll be interesting to try out the new headgear as well. I think I'll add one motion sensor, an extra one. And same for this. Maybe just in case I drop it. And another salt for backup. Don't need more tripods, that's fine. Honestly, I think just one video camera should be fine. One tripod, one video camera. Firelights, I'll add the max just in case. And then igniter, add the max as well. I think 2 motion sensors will be fine. 2 video camera, 2 photo cameras, sorry. Definitely will need it. And I don't really use sound sensors that much, so I'm not gonna bother with those because I can just use the parabolic to help me out with that. I'm gonna use a flashlight, but I think they give you one by default, don't they? So that should be fine. And then, yeah, everything else I can actually get rid of dots, I think. I don't think I'll need it. And EMF reader, that'll be handy just in case I need it for the objective. Ghost book writing, don't need that. Spirit box, don't need it. Thermometer, yes, we'll need that. UV, nah, don't need that. And then everything else, I think that's okay. So, yeah, let's stick with that. Just so I'm not, like, wasting too much of my stuff, you know? And some things we get by default anyways. So, without further ado, let's do it. Silver Apocalypse, let's see if we get good objectives. Okay, so I think I've got some good objectives here. So, repel the ghost within, sense whilst it's chasing someone, detect a paranormal sound with a parabolic microphone, and get the ghost to blow out a firelight. So I think that is pretty achievable. So we're gonna start by getting things over to the front door. So let's just grab some things that we're gonna need, and we're gonna throw them by the front door. And also we can't sprint, just to double down on that. So let's just throw those there. And it may be easier using a different weather type because you can choose and, like, you know, move things around with the options that I did, but I thought, you know, why not make it a little bit easier by tweaking the settings a little bit. So we're going to need crucifix, one of these. So I'm just gonna plop them by the front door. And then I can just, like, throw them into the building without entering the building. Because as soon as I get close to that door, as soon as I'm in there, the ghost is gonna go into a hunt. Ooh, there we go. I haven't tried these out properly in, like, a long time. So, oh, we don't need motion sensor. Yeah, what am I doing? Get rid of that. Bring another one of them. Photo camera, we need one of those. Hopefully they won't be too hard to see. But we have the flashlight. I'm probably gonna start off with that, to be fair. Let's grab. Yeah. The 2 salt, one of these, yeah. Okay. Then drop those. Alright. So we need the crucifix. But I'll probably just throw them in. Like, yeet! Okay, so let's open the door. As long as we don't go in, we'll be fine. So, just lob those in, like that. Yeet! Yeet! We might be okay, but, you know, we just want to be careful. Yeet! And... Yeet! And... Yeet! And... Yeet! There you go. And... Yeet! Okay, so I'm holding one of those, that's fine. Just in case. And then I'll probably put the crucifix closer to over there. Okay. See if we can hear anything. Okay, it's hunting. That was a banshee scream, right? Oh, this is gonna be tough. If it is a banshee, oh my god. Oh, this could be tough. Hmm. Okay. Let's just leave for a moment. Hey, already got 2. The repel one is gonna be tricky, but we can attract it to us. I think that's a banshee because of the scream. And I'm gonna go to the cheat sheet just so you guys know what I mean. So I just need to reset this. Apocalypse, no evidence. And if I go to Banshee, and then it says here there's a 33 chance to give a unique scream through parabolic. Which is that. Because I heard the but we need to get a picture of the ghost, that's the only thing. So I'm gonna need one of those. Probably salt. Okay, tell you what, I'll throw this near the door in case I need it to know where the ghost is. Yeah, because that's the great thing about the parabolic is that it can help you figure out where the ghost is from a distance. So, as long as I'm careful, I should be okay. Okay, right. And we got the crucifix, so it will stop the banshee from coming too close. I think that was because of me. I don't think the banshee's here because no. I don't think it's here, is it? Be colder than that. Go to camera? Where's that other salt? Here. Oh. Ghosty! Come on! Ghosty! Ghost? Where is she? Or him? Oh, Brian. I always say she because Banshee. I think it's because... Okay, the hunt's over. Because of Dead by Daylight. Let me just step out for a moment. If I use the parabolic, I can figure out where it is. So I can drop one of these. And put this. Alright. Probably a bit overkill, but it's fine. Ghost? Ghosty? She was like here before. Like near us, and now she's gone. Oh, she's coming. Okay, the hunt's over. Turn it off for now. Gonna start bringing stuff over a bit closer. Ah, here we go. Ghost? 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 Here we go. Oh, I think I did it. Yes! That was so easy. Oh my goodness. Wow. I didn't even need to hide in the church. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it's a Banshee. If I'm wrong on that, I'll be damned. I'll be damned, because there's no way. Like, I heard that wrong. There's no way I misheard that sound. It had to be a Banshee. And it had the speed as well, the normal movement speeds and all that. The one time I'm actually thankful to have a Banshee because I'm scared with those, because they can actually teleport if you don't have the crucifix on you, and they're like close by. Yes! We did it! We smashed it! That's the first time I tried silver as well. Wow, I did not think I'd get that one done so quickly. And look at that money! Definitely a really good way to get XP and money as well with doing these challenges, so worthwhile if you want to, you know, get the achievements as well as the prestiges. Because I'm currently prestige 1, so I'm getting close to 2nd prestige. Because I played the game before they had the new level up system. So I think as a thank you they gave people like 1 prestige, so you don't have to start from like 0. Alright, so we got Apocalypse Master and Apocalypse Adept, of course, because that counts as clearing bronze Apocalypse. We smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. So let's change this to silver. Oh, I love that as well. Love that. The black and white, the grey and all that. Love that. And nothing else to buy, is there? No, so that's 85 and 90. I should be okay to try out the gold apocalypse. I can give it a go. And if I have any problems, I can try and get the tier 3 incense and the tier 3 crucifix, because it has a wider range, and I believe you can use it 3 times. So the trophy's not showing up, so let me just close this. There we go. I remember seeing this online where the trophy doesn't initially show up until you close the game and reopen it. But yeah, there is the Silver Apocalypse trophy. And of course, as we heard, we got the achievement as well on Steam, which is amazing. Amazing. So now all we have to do is the gold apocalypse, the one we've been working towards, and this one is gonna be tough. So I need to mess around with the difficulty to try and make something that should work, although we're not really gonna have much of a choice. Like, I reckon our speed is gonna be like very low, because even there we were 100 and 11, that's like hardly anything. But yeah, we're going to be super slow, and it's going to require a lot of patience. So basically the setup that I did early on, we're going to be doing that, but like very slowly. So it's going to be a patience game, but we got very lucky on that attempt, very lucky. And you know, just goes to show that if you're patient like I was there, you know, don't have to try too hard. But there we go. And I think it was it had to blow out the firelight. I don't know how that happens, unless it teleported to me at one point, because the Banshee can like teleport to you. But yeah, I'll have to look back on that. I'm actually interested. But yeah, silver done. Now we're going to move on to gold apocalypse. Okay, so I found out that with the gold apocalypse, we're gonna have to do this with the go speed at, I'm using the wrong one, because I was just testing something out. Where is this? Oh, it's probably, reset. We'll just do it on this one. So if I just go to a preset, so because of how it's set up, we can't really change much with gold apocalypse. So we have to keep it at 150 speed, unfortunately. However, you can change the weather, because that's not really going to change it that much unless you go for something like sunrise. But windy is okay. It doesn't really do much to the game. It doesn't like affect anything. It's more like when you're outside and stuff. But I think that should be fine, because you know, if I show certain stuff, like if I go here and, you know, it's like we can't change that much with gold apocalypse, so we're gonna have to try our best, and we can't sprint, so we're gonna be very slow. All about patience, and we gotta trust that the gods, the ghost gods, are on our side with luck today. So let's give it a try and see if we get good objectives. And this is all the stuff that I'm carrying with me right now. I'm going to try this with the tier 2 incense, and if I have problems I'll try it with tier 3 instead. But I'm so close to getting tier 3 with the incense, but again, we'll try it another time, or the smudge stick I should say. But yeah, anyways, let's give this a try. Okay, so these could be good objectives, like photo camera, firelight, and then repel the ghost with incense. I think that could be good. So, we need to figure out if the ghost is actually in a good spot or not. So, we need to take some gear with us. We need parabolic, crucifix, and photo camera, I guess? Just in case. And because I love bringing in the firelight, the igniter, that's the firelight. We're bringing it with us, so. Oh, wait, what? I thought I set this to indie, or am I playing on the... I don't know, but we'll find out. Right, so we've got to wait for the ghost to hunt, and I have a timer ready, as you can see on the top right. Right. So the hunt ended. Am I playing on the right settings? I can't tell. A slow ghost. Oh yeah, the candles count as firelights. I totally forgot about that. Because if the ghost goes through the chapel section and it blows out a firelight, it counts. The candle things, they count as a firelight. So good old tip for you there with Sunny Meadows. So, a slow ghost? Oh, sorry, if I changed it by accident to the wrong one, I'm gonna be so mad. Seemed very slow. What would be a slow ghost? That was taboo. Oh, maybe it's oh no, is it a revenant? Could be revenant. Because I've set the speed to... Right, so to compare, this is normal. And that's 150. Maybe it is Revenant. No, not that. Can't be a Fae. Yeah, so when let's see here. Revenant, listen to the speed. If it is not 1 or 3, it's not Revenant. If it's slow but speeds up fast when you allow it to detect you and then slows down, its Revenant will be faster than Jin and Reiju. Okay. Ooh, that is gonna be tricky because we gotta get a picture of it, and I think it's quite close by. So let's give that a guess. But I can start getting things set up. Yeah, let me have a look at that again. So, slow speed. So Revenant, Hantu twins, Morio. I don't think it's a Fae. That wouldn't make sense. Morio, unlikely because they're faster in colder areas. Don't really make much sense, would it? I guess we could grab the salt ready. Might need that. I could always throw them to the door like I did last time. So, if that is correct, that it's a Revenant, oh my god, it's going to be so fast when it finds us. But I could set up salt to take care of that problem. So, don't need to fire like something's done. And I need a picture of the ghost. I guess if I'm careful I can put up salt towards me, and then if I time it right with the hunt I can get the picture. I could use the firelight just to see the ghost banner, the ghost picture. We're gonna need a lot of salt. So I'm bringing all the salt with me, because if it is Revenant and it's that fast, yeah, that's gonna be scary. Bye, cross. I mean, if I did mess up the options by accident and the ghost is normal speed, at least I can get good money for this run. Okay. Never smudge, never salt, and never smudge. Why not? Go all out. Because we want to be prepared for this now. So, throw one of those. Try and be quick. Even though I'm very slow. About minus 3 full seconds. Maybe they're downstairs. But they did come up to like near the corridor down there. So they can't be too far away. And as well, they went through the chapel. So they gotta be somewhere. Maybe a room near the chapel. Okay. Safe to say the hunt's over. Yep. Okay. Let's put salt here. And here. And here. Put this here. Put those. Oh, is it over? Yep. Did she step on that salt over there? No, okay. Good, good. Good, good, good. Okay. I need one of those. Salt. Okay. Ah. That a bit overkill. Inside. Okay. The hunt ended. Okay. Oh, right. Hopefully it's not too far away. And I need to repel her with the smudge as well, because that's the objective. Okay, inside. Oh no, I was too slow! Damn it. I didn't hit the key in time. Because the way she went... she literally sprinted at me. I nearly had her. Yeah, Revenant. Oh well. Well, I used to get the money for that, so it's something. Yeah, Blood Moon. Okay. Oh my goodness, yeah, I had it all right. Oh my gosh, my heart. Oh my goodness, okay. I mean, that wasn't too bad. I was very close, very close. I had a really good setup there. But, oh my god, I just panicked when she sprinted towards me that fast. I was like, yeah. You literally I need to watch that back, but yeah, let's try again. Okay, so I thought I'd do something a bit different with the Gold Apocalypse attempt. Or should I say success? And yes, this is the time that I actually beat it, and oh my god, I'm so relieved I don't have to ever get that achievement again. Just had to mention that. But I'm gonna commentate over this game since I was very focused on this game, because as you can see, you know, I'm wearing different clothes because it took several days to get this achievement, and it's most likely going to take the exact same for you guys, or it may even be sooner based off luck. And luck was on my side for this game. And I'm going to try and not talk over the entire game, because there is some things that will, you know, help illustrate what's going on and stuff like that, but straight away you can tell that's a faster ghost. So in my head I was like, okay, so it's either a Hantu, Fae, or possibly Moroi. But after doing several attempts, and I did it in my journal just then, but after doing it in my journal, like getting rid of all the slow ghosts, I was like, okay, yeah, so it's either Hantu, Moroi, or Fae. Could even be a Mimic if it's changing speeds constantly. And I actually had a Mimic in one of my runs, and honestly, it's the most chaotic, bizarre match I've ever had. And I nearly had it, but it turned into a Diogen, and it basically pinned me into a corner, so I got screwed over. And I'll probably show off some of the failed attempts at the end, because this took several tries. And so many times I got so close to actually doing it, because you have to be patient for this. You have to have a lot of patience, and it's going to require a lot of back and forth where you're having to bring things into the map and then move it to a safe hiding spot. And luckily, and kind of not lucky, but this was the only safe space that I could like bunker down and observe the ghost with the parabolic microphone. So I was like, yeah, I'll just make do and stay here, because after looking at the parabolic a couple times, I noticed that it was near the chapel area. So that meant that hiding spot was a bit too risky, so I didn't really want to cause an accidental death by trying to use the hiding spot that's over there. So this, this could have gone very badly if I messed it up, and that's what I didn't want to do, because I was like, I don't want to do more of this, I just want it over and done with. But that aside, I put salt down so that I can slow down the ghost if it got close enough. And you got to be careful with salt though, because if you put salt in a spot that may show up on the camera, it's possible that sometimes that the disturbed salt will be the credited photo and not the ghost, so that can be an absolute bummer, so just keep that in mind. I think having the salt close to where you're hiding is quite a good idea, or at least where you plan to take photos and use the smudge, use the incense. And I'm just grabbing some more stuff to put inside of the house, so that I can just prepare for the worst and, basically increase my chances of success. And I think a really good tip to give you guys is work on placement of objects and how things work the best you can, because they will be super handy, as in where you put your equipment. So that includes the firelights, not parabolic, sorry, but motion sensor, EMF, firelights in the right spots. And especially with firelight, because I think my attempt probably would have been unsuccessful if I didn't put the firelights in the right spot, because I managed to make a clear line where the room was well lit, because where I took the photo was right next to a firelight where the ghost was, and the picture showed it quite clearly. So as you can see, I'm just like moving the firelights because I knew that. Okay, because of the hunt. Okay, but that's what I do later on. So I just started to set it up. But again, you gotta be pretty patient and take your time with it. Don't try and rush things, because that is when it will completely ruin your attempt. And I mean, you gotta just take your time with it. There's no other way around it. Because if you rush, that's when things go wrong. Because I've done that myself, where I'm like, oh, I'll just move this over here, and then something killed me. Especially when I was going in between the chapels. So if you do plan on using that hiding spot, be very careful with your trips over there. Like, wait by here, and then wait for the 20-25 second cooldown of the hunt, and then just move things to the chapel, wait at the hiding spot by the chapel if it's safe, and then, so on and so forth. And if the ghost is too far away, so say like if you don't detect the parabolic microphone from the main entrance, and then you're like, okay, let's go to the chapel hiding spot, and it's a very well known hiding spot. There's amazing guides online for the Gold Apocalypse, and they all say use the chapel hiding spot by the piano, because it's amazing. And I did use it a few times, especially when I was trying to find the ghost, because sometimes you won't get the range to be, close to the ghost if it spawned like kitchen area or down one of the hallways or like on the lower floor. So, sometimes it just won't show up. So the best thing is, if the ghost doesn't appear / is not roaming in the front area anywhere, try looking at the chapel when it's safe to do so. But definitely time your hunts with the ghost, because the timer that I'm using, I was trying to find what it was online, but no one really told me. So I had to ask my friend, like, oh hey, where can I find this timer? And I probably should have used this for the the other stuff with silver and with bronze and silver, but honestly I got very lucky with my first attempt with silver. That went very well. I think I used the timer for that, but yeah, honestly I can't remember. But anyways, the timer, super handy. I will leave a link for it in the description. I believe it's called Livesplit, and it's you can like set it up to your preferences as well if you want to have it laid out in a certain way, but I just had it mainly as the default so that it would show up on the top right for you guys. And this is when I decided to open the door so that I could like try and get the ghost to see through the hallway and to kind of move stuff closer to the door as well. And usually after the hunt ends you have at most 20 to 25 seconds, 20 seconds if it's a demon, because demons are kind of tricky with the hunts because they can hunt very quickly. Same with if they get smudged as well, since they're the only the only ghost that can hunt again within like 60 seconds after being smudged, which is very quick. Whereas if you smudge it normally, it'd take about 120 seconds or a bit longer, and then spirit is like 180. It will wait as long as 180. But sometimes ghosts will troll you and they'll be like, you know what, I'm not going to hunt for 5 minutes if they wanted to. Some of them do troll you like that. But I'm just checking where the ghost's movement is, because again, I'm going very slow, just like trying to plan everything accordingly. And that is the best thing to do. Have a plan before going in. Have a plan before and during. Like, try and adapt to the situation the best you can. And just be mindful of gear as well with like electronics and stuff, because the ghost will sometimes pick up on gear if it's above or below, and or even if you're using the parabolic and the ghost is like right there in the other room, it's going to be like, oh, there's someone here, even if you're in a hiding spot. So, you know, just keep that in mind, that it's going to detect your gear. And definitely time the hunts. That'll be a huge help for you guys. And yeah, just take it slow when you're moving stuff, because I think after this hunt now is when I was like, let's move the firelights. So that was a pretty quick one, because I think it was like 25 seconds and then it went into hunt again. And as you can see, the location where it's showing up, it's very close to the chapel. I could have checked if I really wanted, but yeah, I have a feeling it was either in the room that was next to the chapel or inside the chapel, because I did hear the locker open that's inside that small room that's directly next to the chapel on the left side. I think it was in that room. That was the ghost's favourite room, if I had to guess. Maybe even the chapel. And I found it quite interesting that the ghost was moving things very quickly. Kind of like a poltergeist, but when it's a poltergeist, you'll know when it's a poltergeist, because the parabolic, the dots are like everywhere in its movements. You'll just hear blah, 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 like constantly when it's going through areas that are very busy with objects. It'll be like, you know, and you'll see the white dots all over the ghost when it's hunting. And it has to be normal speed as well. Normal 150 ghost speed with the poltergeist. And also pay attention to the hunt speeds, if they stay the same or if they change, because like I said before with the mimic will sometimes change ghost speeds, or if you're unlucky, it will just stay on normal speed, or it will stay on one particular ghost type with the hunt speeds. So that's when I moved the firelight, so as you can see it's like a lot better laid out, where you can see more clearly in a straight line, because this is quite a long hallway by this reception and then the hallway that connects to it where the chapel is. So I was like, let's just try and get more light down there so that if the ghost does show up, then at least I'll be able to see the ghost down there. And I didn't want the firelight to get in the way of the incense, so I just like laid it out nicely. And as you can see, we got the objective done with the microphone. That one's very easy to get done, because you can just hunker down in a hiding spot and then just have the parabolic like honed on to the ghost in a safe area and from a safe distance, and you can just get the paranormal sound to kick in very quickly. It's like one of the easiest objectives to do for the Gold Apocalypse, so definitely make sure to keep that one if you can. Just avoid objectives like ghost events or crucifix, because I'm pretty sure I talked about this before, but yeah, if you have ghost event or crucifix, definitely try again. Just close the game, start a new match on Gold Apocalypse, and just wait until you get really good objectives, because if you have bad objectives, it'll just ruin the game. And the ones I had were very, very ideal, since parabolic, easy, like I said, and then the other ones were tied into the incense, I believe. I know, one of them is motion sensor, I forgot. Motion sensor is okay. It's not super desirable, though. It's not like the best one. I think arguably one of the best objectives is capture a ghost photo, because it's a 2-in-1. You need to get the ghost photo anyways. And I'm trying to aggro the ghost by pressing B with the global talk, because you'll know the ghost has seen you, or the ghost is close, when the global chat goes static. So I made sure to plan that out. And I think I wanted to see if the ghost would go down the hallway towards me, since it was better lit at this point. I love how I picked Faye as well. I was like, oh yeah, it sounds like a Faye based off the speed. It's very slightly faster than a Hantu. Because Faye is like the fastest one, I believe, apart from, obviously, Diogen, but Diogen will know where you are all the time, every time. So, if it was a Diogen, it would have found us by now. And this is when I aggroed the ghost, right? Yeah, this was when I was going to, but the ghost wasn't coming down the hallway at that time, so I was like, okay. Time is set, so as soon as the door locks and closes, start the timer. There you go, parabolic sound easy. And then this is when I was thinking of grabbing the incense. And also lay out your equipment gear in the right slots, because it will be a massive help. Massive, massive help. And I had incense, camera, incense. But at the moment it's parabolic, camera, incense. But I dropped the parabolic and then equipped the incense, so just thought I'd mention that. Okay, so this is the moment when I was thinking of using the hiding spot for the chapel, but then I heard that and I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. I heard the locker open and then I realised, yeah, it's probably best not to use the hiding spot in the church, because I was starting to get a bit impatient, like thinking, is this spot actually going to work? Like, am I going to have enough time to take a picture of the ghost? But I was like, let's just try again. Then reset timer. Because see right there, very close to where we are. So I could have been caught if I was unlucky, since, you know, we're very slow. The ghost probably could have found me very quickly. Yeah, so I decided not to, since I noticed the ghost was going back downstairs. I didn't think I'd have enough time to take a picture, so I think that was a good call on my end. Yeah, try and be very strategic with your attempts. And then again, I was like, shall I try going to the chapel? I find it funny that the attempts that actually worked was right before twice where I was thinking, oh, I should use the chapel hiding spot. But my better judgment was like, no, just wait it out. Stop being impatient. But I believe this is the successful moment, so I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of this, and then I'll narrate over what I did for this hunt. So at first it may seem, oh, what happened? The ghost is gone. But wait. Back again. Wandering around. Throwing things around as usual, being a nuisance. And there it is. We got it. We got the ghost photo, and I'll show it off in a moment when I actually had a successful moment, when I realised I actually got it. Yes! Motion sensor? Really? Ugh. I love the disgust from like, ugh, I have to go back in after I was successful getting the picture. But, of course, I needed to get the other objective of the motion sensor. So this is why it's not a great objective. It's okay. Say if I had the motion sensor further down earlier on, I could have done that when I was trying to go to the chapel. But, yeah, just an example of like some objectives are better than others. And I placed it in a spot I knew the ghost would actually walk back. And you could even hear it then when the ghost was throwing stuff, because it's still being affected by the incense, because the ghost can't hunt for at least 120 seconds if it's a ghost that isn't a spirit or a demon. Spirits can hunt after 180 seconds, and then demon can hunt within 60 seconds, which is crazy. But yeah, I wanted to confirm what I saw, so I stopped the footage in the moment, and I forgot to record the rest of this since I stopped this recording to check if I saw a Hantu or a Fae, and I noticed the breath, and you guys probably saw it as well in that moment. And I also waited inside the map to get the motion sensor objective done, and nothing happened. I was luckily very safe. The only thing I did was close the door so the ghost wouldn't see me down the hallway. But yeah, I just waited it out, and here's a successful moment. Yes, I got it! Yes! Oh my gosh, okay.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Ah, thank goodness for that, okay. So, I forgot to record that bit just then, but oh my goodness. We did it, yes! We did it! Oh my gosh, I actually did it. And that was on a Hantu as well. I got very lucky with that hunt as well, because I used the incense and then snap that, oh my god, that photo. That could have gone south if I didn't get that picture. Oh my goodness. That was lucky. A little bit good I didn't record to the very end then, because I've been so like focused on just getting it done. But I did record to the majority of the footage. The only thing I left out was I placed the motion sensor a little bit further out, and then I waited for a hunt to initiate again, and literally nothing. I was so worried that the ghost was gonna like find me because I used the smudge stick to, you know, repel it, and then it disappeared. So I closed the door. Whilst I think I showed it, I closed the door when the smudge went off. I like moved this motion sensor further down. because I knew for a fact it was going up and down those stairs, so if I had the motion sensor set up, it would definitely walk through it. Excuse me. Oh man. Just burping the demon out of me, but there we go. Apocalypse Legend! That achievement. Oh my goodness. I don't think I'm ever doing that again. Well, not for a long time. If I do happen to ever do it again, but I was determined to make it work by staying in the main area, and I think I did attempt it a few times. I will show off the full thing if I can. I just wasn't very chatty because I was so focused. But at one point I was like, shall I creep over to the church to hide and, you know, do some edge? But I'm glad that I didn't, and I stuck to my instincts. I was like, no, just let the ghost come to me, play the patient game, the ghost will come back to me. And I waited at the perfect time. I only took one smudge as well, so that was extremely lucky. But yeah, literally the only thing that you guys missed was me just confirming it was a hand too, because I was looking back on the footage and you could see its breath from the ghost, so that was a dead giveaway that it was a hand too, because the only other ghosts that are that fast are Hantu or Moroi, and Moroi, or actually no, Faye as well. Faye is another one that you can consider, but Moroi isn't quite as fast as a Faye or a Hantu, so I was like, well, it's most likely going to be Faye or Hantu. And I would have picked Faye if I didn't see any breath, but luckily I saw the breath, and that gave away that it was Hantu, so I got very lucky. I actually thought... Oh, let's change this, by the way. Show it off. Oh, that's the bronze. Yay! We got the gold. Looks awesome. I'm keeping that now. So, yeah. That went very well. We'll show off the gold trophy in a moment as well, but, I thought, because I got very close with Banshee and Wraith, it was just unfortunate with the actual, smudging, and when it went into hunt, it was just panic of the moment. It was just the wrong time. But I got there in the end. Let's go ahead and check out that trophy, shall we? Check out the trophy.
There's some jobs ready for you.
Get rid of the timer now. I can't believe I actually managed it, because I've spent the last few days trying to get this done, and I thought at one point, nah, I've had enough. I think it was one of the Race or the Banshees. No, it was when I guessed Goryo. That was when it started. I was like, I can't do this. And then it happened with, I think it was a Wraith recently or a Banshee, and I was like, are you kidding me? And then the Banshee that just killed me before this one, I think, it like spawned on top of me. And I think it was because I had the parabolic on, so it was like, yeet, we got it. Look how pretty. There we go. For the thumbnail. We got all the trophies. And it's so sparkly. But yeah, definitely my save though. In case I was like, that's not yours. It's definitely mine, so it's not fake footage or anything. Definitely me. Why me? That's the one I play as lovely, there you go. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Okay. And I did it without needing the tier 3 crucifix. I mean, you can do this challenge without having tier 3 everything. You know, it just takes a bit of time getting that amount of money if you're a fresh account or anything like that. So, yeah, I thought I'd be fine with just crucifix 2, because the only thing that would be a problem would be Banshee or Wraith, and all those attempts killed me, so. And it mainly wasn't due to the crucifix, it was just my not great skills with smudging, but like I said, I'm not an amazing player. I'm not the best Phasmophobia player out there. I don't claim to be. But I feel like I've proven, this is like proof that I can actually play well at the game. And I've learned a lot about Phasmophobia and things like that. And I feel like this is the perfect time to be doing it, because the game is at its prime at the minute. And it's only going to change even further with Horror 2.0, so I think I did the right time to get this challenge done with the gold apocalypse, because who knows, I mean, it could change in Horror 2.0 when that comes out next year. But there we go. We did the Gold Apocalypse Challenge, and as you can see there, we got the tick to say we did it. So that's when you know you definitely got it. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this video. Very different, I know. And soon, I totally forgot about this, we got the Easter event coming up on April 17th for Phasmophobia, so I'm going to see if we can play some games for you guys. Try and get D as well, if she'll be down to play some of the games. I'm sure she will. And I haven't done an Easter event. I missed the one from last year. But that one actually looks pretty cool, so it'll be cool to check out this one, because I have a feeling it'll be pretty good. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this Apocalypse Marathon as we got through Bronze, Silver, and Gold individually. And yeah, I'll see you guys when we play some more Phasmophobia in the next video.